Welcome to Research Business Daily Report, where market researchers come for news, insights, and commentary about the research field, and we in turn provide them with knowledge and other information that impacts them both inside and outside their current place of work. On RBDR today, an upcoming study with key client research buyers, which says it's going to get into the turn-ons and turn-offs that they feel are provided by research agencies and which affects selection of those agencies for projects. RBDR is sponsored today and this week by Socratic Technologies, a leader in survey gamification and other cutting-edge engagement opportunities. If you've got an upcoming corporate research meeting, may I suggest that you invite Socratic Chairman Bill MacElroy, who's ready to inform you about modern engagement techniques, plus many other new ideas that may make your surveys more friendly, entertaining, and interesting. Now, the depth and comprehensiveness of Bill's respondent engagement presentation can be adapted to your organizational needs, and you're going to love the price. Bill is willing to come and speak with you for no charge. Now, we've got a link that describes his presentation, and email seminars@soctech.com is where you can go to become one of the lucky businesses to learn from Bill MacElroy. I've heard him speak many times over many years, and trust me, he will delight and enthrall your audience, and you'll get the credit for having thought of inviting him. On RBDR today, I'd like to begin by saying that it truly is inarguable that no two client research departments are alike, and the same is true about research agencies. The people involved are not the same, nor are the cultural environments of the involved companies. And further, research industry trends are in a constant evolutionary state. And it's probably fair to say that it has been revolutionary with all the innovation that has engulfed the research market over the past 2 decades. Now, that relationship between research buyers and research agencies may hopefully become a lot clearer if a planned study gets off the ground. It's called Corporate Research Buyers Speak: How to Engage and Sell Us to Become Our Preferred Clients. It's being prepared and will be guided by former GlaxoSmithKline Insights and Measurement CEO David Harris. The study is seeking 8 sponsors who would equally share the cost of the project, and we'll address a little bit more about that at the end of our interview with David. He told us that this study will dig deep down to clients' nitty-gritty attitudes about their suppliers, and notably clients' rational emotions and corporate motivations that actually drive decision-making about which suppliers get selected and those that get bypassed. We asked Harris to steer us through some of the study's plans and goals.
The idea is we're going to do in-depth qualitative work with 25 to 30 market research buyers. And even if such a study were done maybe, 5-10 years ago, boy, things have changed. The idea came up because I've talked with a few market research suppliers who've had new product ideas that have come up, and the idea always was floated out there, boy, let's go interview some market research buyers to find out if we're really satisfying some kind of unmet need. And so, we started thinking, wow, the whole industry could really benefit from a thorough qualitative study on, boy, what is the world of a market research buyer like now? Let's talk to them as people. What is their world really like? Then what draws them towards new suppliers? What pushes them away? What are their unmet needs? What do they need to hear from people in order for them to think, wow, I may want to talk to you? And even to go into some detail about recent circumstances where they brought a new supplier on, where they basically stopped working with a certain supplier. We're going to do a sort of a mixed mode, in-depth qualitative approach. We're going to start with what a lot of people in the industry know as digital ethnography or an online platform. We're partnering with AHA. And so we're going to have people for 3 days to engage in various exercises, answer questions, answer probes, upload pictures, write stories, that sort of thing about their life as a market research person in the industry. And then we're going to follow up. We're going to select people, out of the online platform and do in-depth qualitative interviews with about half of those people. Once we get the 8 sponsors, we're anticipating probably about 2 to 3 weeks to do the recruiting. We're going to be paying people a hefty honoraria because we want to make sure that we really get the right market research buyers. Then, once we have them recruited, it takes a week for our online platform, and then the following week we expect to get all our interviews done. So all that being told, 5-6 weeks, it's going to be between $300 and $400 per respondent.
And how much of their time do you suppose it's going to take?
Well, I think probably for the online platform, they may be spending between 15 and 30 minutes a day. Some may spend more. That's how that happens. And then the IDI is going to be about 50 minutes. First of all, I think it differs by industry, but I think a lot of what's changed over the past, certainly 5-10 years, is the advent of all sorts of new technologies, which people are having a hard time keeping their head around. And then there are also a lot of DIY tools that are out there. And so we notice some trends, certainly where big market research buyers are going straight to recruiting agencies and asking them to do the entire project. So what are those themes that are going on? And then there are also some issues going on inside these companies. I talked with somebody who's a board member of the Insights Association who has noticed certain changes happening. Things may be becoming a little bit more decentralized, but that's what we want to find out all about. What we want to do prior to actually implementing the study is we're going to get on the phone with every sponsor and talk through what their hypotheses are. Because if we go down on paper and say, here's what we think brings them in, here's what we think pushes them away, here's what we think the segments are, here's what we think the unmet needs are, the more, it's just like the work that we do with our clients, the more we can get people to go down on paper and say, boy, here's what I think I'm going to hear, the better we are at designing the discussion guide to basically test those hypotheses, explore.
As I mentioned, the study is looking for 8 sponsors, each willing to invest $7,500, which should be doable by many of you out there. Learn about how you can become involved and become one of those lucky 8 who gets access to all the information that comes out of this report. You can do so by visiting collaborata.com. RBDR has been sponsored today and this week by Socratic Technologies, a leader in survey gamification and other cutting engagement opportunities. If you are looking for a first-rate speaker, and who doesn't want some of that, for an upcoming corporate research meeting, well, you can have access to Socratic Chairman Bill MacElroy, who is ready, willing, and able to inform you about modern engagement techniques, plus other new ideas that can help make your surveys more entertaining and interesting. I have heard Bill MacElroy speak 10 or 20 times over a long period of time, and I can personally vouch for the quality and depth of his presentation skills and the uniqueness and pertinence of the information that he will provide you. So check it out. You can go and visit seminars at soctech.com to contact them. We also have a link to actually look into the presentation and what it's all about. It's in the box underneath today's video. Have a great research day, and we'll just hope to see you back here with us tomorrow.